Thanks for joining. My name's Alicia.
I'm Tailah.
And we're coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee to tell you all the things happening in the music industry.
So we are digital marketing specialists at Full Circle Music.
Yeah, it's a local recording studio and record label.
We work in digital marketing and we are passionate about music industry and what is happening in the news now. So without further ado, here's the show.
Tailah.
We're going to talk about our favorite thing that has happened in the world in like the past week.
It's very true indeed. Taylor Swift's documentary. I loved it.
And who didn't?
True.
I didn't see any complaints.
Yeah, well the thing is, oh my goodness. Miss Americana. I'll say one slightly not really negative thing. It wasn't in Nashville. And a lot of it, and I was a little bit saddened by that. Because Nashville, she has a penthouse here in Nashville. Her parents live here.
I think she has just a regular house here too.
That wouldn't surprise me, and it was just a little sad. The theaters where it showed, the Alamo theaters, like nothing in Nashville.
Yeah, that was.
Which was a little bit sad. Like this era, I think. We got the mural, which was great. We loved the mural. Tailah was at the mural.
I took selfies with her. It's fine. I'm still not okay.
I didn't even tell you this, but when I was watching the documentary and she was at the mural, I actually paused it to see if I could see you. But no, I really did like the documentary. I love what Lana Wilson did. Just like the whole flow of it was really great. I think my favorite thing about it, as weird as it sounds, it wasn't necessarily a movie about like just her music. It was more of just like a true coming of age story, growing up in, finding fame young and then becoming like a woman with your own opinions and your own ideals and just like hitting just the crazy thing that women hit on a normal basis that we just don't talk about.
Yeah, she opened up about her eating disorder. That was something that she openly talked about even before the documentary dropped. So this isn't a spoiler. It's just kind of, she talked about it and addressed it literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the documentary was like, if every young girl watches it, which I think they should, it would really shift the way that you think about celebrities and yourself, because we're so used to seeing these like airbrushed, perfect women and like they're on stage and they look great and all this stuff, and we don't see like the Photoshop that goes on, the eating disorders that happen, like the pressure, the depression, anxiety, like we don't see.
Yeah, we don't see any of that.
They feel pressured that, I have to look perfect because the world's gonna judge me.
Right.
And I'm gonna get a slap on the wrist if I look too fat or if my hair is too frizzy or whatever it is. So in terms of that, I thought the documentary was really, really powerful.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely something that I'm gonna watch like several times over, not just because I'm a huge fan of Taylor, obviously, but because it was a really well done documentary.
Yeah.
And I really do like it. I think it's a part of Taylor that we really haven't seen. So she literally opened up her diary of her daily life and showed us around.
I know, God, and I teared up like
multiple
times while watching it, and not just because like, I don't know, people are like, oh, well, you're just like a diehard fan, but there were some really touching issues, like if you're a fan or if you're not, that's like...
Yeah, well, her like talking about, do I care about what people think about me today, or do I care that my mom is sick from her chemo?
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people, when you have a parent that goes through that type of thing, like you identify with that. It doesn't matter if you're a fan or if you're not.
Yeah.
But not only that, but it also hit on how our words can impact other people.
Yeah. Big time.
Because sometimes I think, especially on social media, like we say things and we really don't think about the repercussions. And I really like that her documentary hit on that, and a lot of people have come out since then in hearing their own voices saying some of this stuff. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't think about it. I never even realized. So it's definitely one that's going to stay in my list on Netflix to see several times over and over again.
Yeah, it was great. Another huge theme of the documentary was politics, and you see the process of Taylor's political awakening. And it was really interesting because a lot of people really thought that she was like secretly like really right-wing and all of this stuff. There were like a lot of conspiracies and weird white supremacy things that went around. And so just kind of going from that to her being like, no, this is my narrative and this is what I believe and this is how I got there. That was really cool to watch. And she did talk about how your politics and what you believe in really depends on how you're raised. And so it's not, I didn't think it was polarizing, and I didn't think it was unhealthy or toxic or like a lot. It was literally just, you get to see inside of her world and her heart and the things that she cares about. And then you get to see her like fight and stand up for what she believes in. It's
such a good documentary that hits on a lot of really, really good themes.
For all you music fans out there and songwriters, there is a lot of, you get to see her studio process, her working with her producers, her songwriting process.
Eating burritos with producers.
Yes. In this one, she worked a lot with Joel Little.
Yep.
So that was cool to see because I know in the other, so another Taylor plug because why not? And for 1989 for Reputation, she does like the behind the scenes making of a song. So there is some with like Max Martin and Jack Antonoff that you see. And so this was cool because I don't think I'd ever seen her do a session with Joel Little.
Yeah.
And so that producer had a different vibe of where with like Jack and Max, I think there was a little bit more collaborative co-writing happening in some places. But with this one, it, from the documentary, seemed as though like he was kind of doing his production thing, and then you see her like real time writing the lyrics as they come to her. So that was really, really cool to watch as well.
Yeah, that was really cool. Some of my favorite lines, like in some of her songs, you actually watch them being made, and I was like, that's really cool. That was really, really cool.
So awesome. It's important to understand what's happening in the music industry because we love it. We love music.
Oh yeah, of course. And that's why you're here too, is because you love music and you want to know what's going on.
And you love us.
Just kidding. It's fine. So thanks so much for watching again. We'd appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, ask us any questions you want to in the comments.
Bye guys.
Bye.